To help support me in the channel, you can use one of the links below and press the notifications bell to alert you of a new video. Now, back to the video. Hello guys, this is Red from Red's Third Dimension Gaming, and today I'm bringing you a review for Atelier Lulua. With the latest Atelier game out of the way, Nelk in the blah 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 comes a true next generation Atelier game title. I've been dying to get back into the world that introduced me to the Atelier series. The Arland series is by far one of the most fun series in the Atelier universe, and we are getting a fourth entry in that series. Our story begins with Meruru Frixel, also known as Lulua, receiving a letter noting that the business license for Rorona's Atelier will soon expire. In order to keep her mom's business from closing, Lulua sets off on a new adventure. Relying on the help of a mysterious book, Lulua is determined to save Rorona's shop and become the next great alchemist like her mother. The story is much better than some of the recent Atelier games that were all about talking books and paintings. I just enjoy a good adventure tale. This is the game that should please the hardcore Atelier gamers. Characters such as Meruru, Kina, Totori, Mimi, and Rorona make epic returns in this game. I love this set of characters. The interactions between the characters in this story are good, they are funny, adventurous, and make for an all-around great cast of characters. While exploring, you might find that the game closely resembles Atelier Totori the most. While exploring the map, you will open new areas. Also, more areas will appear after reading the alchemy riddle. The alchemy riddle is an ancient text that only Lulua can read. When she is in trouble, it'll begin to glow, and suddenly information on alchemy will appear inside the book. The mysteries behind the book don't seem to concern Lulua too much. She just wants to use it to become a great alchemist like her mom, Rorona. While exploring, collecting items, and fighting monsters, your exploration meter will rise. When it reaches 100%, you will have a higher chance of discovering rare items. Fighting in the game is surprisingly very fun. After playing the side entry Nelk, I was very disappointed and worried for this franchise. What I can say is that you have a very easy to grasp turn-based system with many characters that have unique abilities. Vix is a magician and can deal damage by using different elements. Nico is a brave man who can block any attacks aimed at his allies. He also has healing abilities that can replenish the party. Rorona can use items as an alchemist and is a balanced combatant. She can attack, heal, and use status attacks on the enemies. Many people probably remember Sturk as a protector or guardian. He's probably the game's most proficient fighter. With these characters and the likes of Totori and Meruru, this game packs a ton of fun into its story, gameplay, and next, its alchemy. If you were wondering what the 9,700 yen or around $87 in 3 season passes gets you, you'll be very frustrated to know that 2 of those season passes include 2 important playable characters, Totori and Meruru. You can spend about $10 a piece on those characters if you don't want to buy the 2 different season passes. The rest of the season passes contain costumes, background musics, extra hard maps, and more. It's quite frustrating that most of these are announced day 1. So this Koei Tecmo, or we could also call this an EA, greedy move is definitely a negative one. They purposely excluded those great characters as playable for the money. It is annoying to see these practices over and over and over again, and I certainly won't be buying these season passes, especially for the Japanese version. When you die from being underpowered or because you are so low on health that you're trying to leave and get attacked from behind by an enemy and cannot escape, you will not get a game over. Instead, you'll lose 2 days or so off your total and end up back in your atelier. I like this because it doesn't force you to reload and have to do everything all over again. However, a couple days is like progress in this game that you're losing. So you could always reload and replay that area, or you can just deal with it and you didn't lose everything. So I think the death system in this game is not bad. It's better than just a simple game over. So I think it's something positive. Something new to this entry is the primal arts. By increasing the bonds between characters, they can use primal art skills. Something like Lulua and Piana's mentor and apprentice's power primal art lowers the amount of stun value when taking damage. It will gradually lower the wait time until the next turn if any items are used. Another example would be when Nico and Lulua's primal art skill Muscle and Slender is used, it will shorten the wait time between turns if our characters take any damage. Each skill is different and can be seen as the same type of system that the Neptunia series uses with its Lily system, if you are familiar with the Hyperdimension Neptunia series. Finally, we have a non-BS, uncomplicated synthesizing alchemy system. Some of these new synthesizing systems in the Atelier games have been quite disappointing to me. This game introduces a more practical and easy to use system. Nothing strange has been added and I love it. While concocting items, you can use the awakened effect to create new properties for your final creation. So this means that you can add multiple effects to that item, making it sometimes super effective against enemies. Collecting a ton of items seems easier than past games. I used to have to worry about every time that I went into a forest or outside of the town area that I would waste time or fill my basket too quickly. My basket never overfilled and time never seemed to go away too fast. The time also moves more slowly with synthesizing than past games in the series. I never seemed to run out of time. That's basically what I'm saying. The time system seems pretty good in this game. I didn't have any problems during my playthrough. The graphics for this game are very vivid and bright. There is definitely more detail added to this game's environments and towns. At some points in the game it looks a little oversaturated, but as a whole it looks better than past Arland games. I often complained about fruits and vegetables looking bad in past games. They still don't look that great, but I think the food has been improved upon. When you go stealing hardworking villagers' carrots and vegetables, they look pretty good. I love the look and costume designs of our main protagonist, Lulua, and the rest of the supporting cast. I pre-ordered the game, so I also received a bonus DLC costume. I actually like this costume better than her main costume. The time system in this game is much more forgiving than in some of the past entries. It's there, but it does allow for you to roam, fight, and collect as many items as your heart's desire. You also will be able to experience a day and nighttime system again in this entry. I love this type of system and the realism that it adds. The enemies will also change from moving from daytime to nighttime, so you won't have to fight the same enemies over and over. At nighttime, there's different enemies than daytime. The voice acting sounds great in this game. The interactions between the characters and their relationships formed seem real, and at times the game did have me laughing quite a bit. The voice actors did a tremendously good job at delivering their lines, especially Lulua. Her voice actor was great. I also enjoyed the music within the game. You can also download additional free and paid background music for this game as well. Overall, this is the best Atelier game to come out in the past 5 years or so. What holds it back is Koei Tecmo. Koei Tecmo is like EA and always has to be greedy with its many season passes practices. I hate that part of this industry and wish it would go away. I wish that NIS or Idea Factory owned the rights to publish Gust. I'm giving this game a 9 out of 10. Atelier goes back to its roots with this amazing 4th entry in the Arland series. Keep up the hard work, Gust. I suggest buying this game day one, but if you cannot get over the DLC issues, maybe you can wait for a bundle or DX version of this game in the future. The DX versions of the Arland trilogy did come out with a ton of extras. So if you haven't tried those out, buy those and play them. By the time you finish them, maybe the DX version will be out. Thank you guys for watching. If you would like to buy the game, you can use the Playoja link below and get an additional $3 off with the code R3D. I'd like to give a quick shout out to my patrons for this month. Yo-Yo Mongo, Sten0328, Mike Shadow 24, and Snizzy Snaz Bullets. Thank you for being my patrons for this month. If you would like to help support me and receive early reviews, both audio and written, you can become a patron for as little as $1, and that'll help support me. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget the thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. See you in the next review.
definitely won't watch you when you sleep. Smile.